will call attendance and we will get started. Okay, here we go live. Good morning, everybody. My name is Marcos Pina, and today, in today's session, we will be discussing parts 3 and 4 of the CAE exam. Let me call attendance here. Lady Lizeth Velandia, not present. Jessica Paula Calderon.
Press.
All right. Julie Natalia Cárdenas.
Present.
All right. Fulvio Jose Usa, not present. And Maria Fernanda Burbano.
Present.
Okay. Maria Fernanda, this is your first time attending these sessions. So can
Yeah.
you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Maria Fernanda Burbano. I'm 34 years old. I live in Paso, Colombia, and this is my last semester in the university. And I hope that these encounters could be or very interesting and enrich our process, academic process.
Okay. Uh, Maria Fernanda, what do you know about the CAE exam?
Could you repeat the question, please?
What do you know about the CAE exam? What have you found out?
Okay, okay. I know that this is a kind of test that is useful for people that want to certificate this English level, and it is divided in four parts: speaking, reading, writing, and listening. And for I can speak about the topic for today or about the video.
Yes.
Okay, taking into account the video, the person who made the video explained us that how is developed the part three, the test. In this part, we can find that you have a partner in this test, and the examiner is pending about all that you developed in this part or in this test with your partner. You have to develop a conversation, and the examiner take into account some different aspects in your performance. It's important. um, he mentioned in this video that examiner evaluate your performance, and it's important he take into account the visual contact with your partner. This is something important because you can't to see the examiner. No, you have to maintain a visual contact with your partner. The ideas that you explain in this part is or have to be clear. You don't need to be very extensive in your answers. Um, I don't remember
Okay, thank you.
anything.
That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
So I'm going
Okay.
to share my screen with you girls. And yes, you were basically talking about what this guy was saying. Uh, yeah, in part 3 of the exam, you guys have to develop an interaction. You have to interact with your partner, and you have to express agreement or disagreement to what the other person is saying, for which you have to pay careful attention to what that person is saying. You have to avoid going off on a tangent and start talking about things that are irrelevant. All your conversations must be relevant to the question that you are answering. Uh, so that's exactly what we're going to do today. I'm gonna choose one of these prompts here. So this is the one. It says, how can how practical are these ideas to reduce car use in a city? So we have five different choices here, and you have to discuss one or two. You don't have to go one by one because that's not the point. With one or two, you can develop your conversation. So first one, it says to introduce a congestion charge. Number two, to create new cycle paths. Number three, to make public transport cheaper. Number four, to introduce a park and ride scheme. And number five, to ban cars from the city center. So once again, how practical are these ideas to reduce car use in a city? And I want in this moment uh, for Julie and Maria Fernanda, you're going to do the interaction between you two. Julie, you start. One, two. Let me set the counter here. Wait up. Give me a minute. I have to look for a stopwatch. So I want you to do this for as long as 2 minutes. Okay? And there you go.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay. About the question, I suppose that the practical idea for to reduce a car is no tutor.
Who's
The
talking? Who's talking? Julie?
yes.
Okay, good. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. It's practical create new cycle paths because I think it is important and motivate to the people ride a bike all days with the other cities. Um, Produce the better comfort in the city and and reduce the car all days and the traffic and the other situations complicated when you go to the work or the study or the university. I don't know. This is I think that about a practical reduce the car in the city. I don't know that your opinion. What do you do about thing that, Maria Fernanda?
Okay, Julie, thank you. In my opinion, I consider that you mentioned is right because it's important that motivate all people to use a different kind of transport because it's important to reduce the traffic and reduce the negative things that happen in the environment. For example, contamination, pollution. Sorry, it's important to reduce the use of this kind of transport because we have to find another kind or another alternative to use or to for that people transport reduce the negative impact in the environment.
Okay, but what is your opinion about this? Is according with me create new cycle paths, or you have other point of view about this according the picture?
Okay, I agree with you with this. We create a new path because in our context or in our country, if I take into account my city, for example, here is a very small city. We don't have this kind of space for that people can use the cycle in this way, I consider it a very good option to create a new places that be useful for that people for the people can sorry for the people can use their bicycles.
Okay, I agree with you. It's important to use the bicycle and less the impact about the environment. But is create new opportunities and advance with the city, like the other countries implement this practical use about the cycle paths, and all time use the bicycle for the different parts in the city.
Okay, what do you think about the another option? For example, make public transport cheaper. This could be a good option because people this kind of this kind of option reduce the use of that people use his or her car because use public transport. What do you think about this?
Okay, I suppose is the other option very important, but I think for reduce or make a public transport cheaper is when you use a bicycle. No need to pay more money for take a transport, and reduce the cost for your family, reduce costs for your go to the other part in your city, and it's good option. But I suppose is more important for me is the create new cycle paths.
Okay.
Okay, okay, girls. Well done. We have already been over 5 minutes. Uh, what do you know about the first option, introducing a congestion charge? Do you have this implementation implemented in your cities?
Use a congestion.
Like we have it here in my city, in Bucaramanga. You know, we have these transit restriction days, like when you cannot use your car or you cannot use your motorcycle according to your car plates numbers. What do you think about introducing a congestion charge, Maria Fernanda?
It's this is about restriction.
Yes, it's transit
They
restriction on given days of the week.
could be a good option, but it depends of the city because I'm not sure, but I consider it could be a good option, but if we have if the restriction will be in all city, because in my city here the restriction is used for the center of the city, but it is not a good idea in my city. I don't know what happened in other cities. For this reason, I consider could be use another options because people in general or some people have two cars use use in a day and use another in another day, and it's not a good solution. Could be, I don't know what happened the other partners. What think the other partners?
What do you think about it, Jessica?
Please repeat.
Jessica, no, yes, you've been paying attention to this, I suppose. So which of these options here we have to reduce car use in a city is the most effective, in your opinion?
In my opinion, um, from these ideas to reduce car use in a city, I think that create a new cycle path is necessary for reduce the congestion congestion.
To reduce congestion. Okay, to reduce traffic jams. Okay. Don't you agree with Maria Fernanda about public transport cheaper? About making public transport cheaper? No? I think one solution could be, for example, massive transport systems, like using a subway. Because in big cities around the world, people don't usually ride their cars. They mostly ride the trains and subways. And it's a good way to get pretty fast to your destination. Okay, guys. So let's move on to another one. Let's take this. It says, why are these inventions important in our everyday lives? We have the internet, washing machines, mobile phones, the refrigerator, and airplanes. So in this occasion, I want Jessica and Julie to do all the interaction. Remember that you guys are supposed to be talking to each other. I'm simply listening, okay? You're not talking to me. You're not explaining anything to me. You are just forming an interaction based on this question and the possible choices they give you for the question. So, Julie, you start. Go ahead.
Okay. For me, the invention important in my everyday lives, I think that the mobile phones, because you can communicate in any moment, and it's possible to call the emergency and communicate with the other people in the other cities, your family in the other country. And these mobile phones have different apps that you let communicate with the other way. For example, Skype or Hangouts, or different ways for you communicate with the other people, and contain different information that you need um, for doing the different things. What do you think about this option, Jennifer?
Mm, in my opinion, the inversion, the most important in my daily life is the internet, because with this I am studying, and I investigation uh, what mm, what happened in the day, and in the with the internet, uh, I communicate with other people, with my family that live in different parts of the country. Um, the internet
Is a what?
is a tool. It's a tool. It's a good tool, but for my study, because how study for virtual is more necessary in my everyday. Oh,
Okay,
very
Jennifer, I
good.
agree with you. With the internet, it's the very good option, and I think that is complete with a mobile phones because when you mention it's important for study and let you different tools for working and study and communicate with the other people. I think it's important or complete the both options, mobile phones with the internet. Is to have a relation for the good inventions for our everydays. Additional, I think the mobile phone.
Additionally,
Sorry.
you have to use the adverb additionally.
Okay. Additionally, I think that the mobile phones have a good advance for this time because other times the mobile phones not very important for the people, and today other people all people have different kinds of mobile phones, and the majority have internet in this mobile for communicate, for study, for different things that you can use um, in your daily routine. You
Okay,
according with this, Jennifer, or no? You have other point of view about this?
okay, guys, that's it. Thank you. Maria Fernanda, if I wanted you to uh, order these options according to their importance, which would be your most important and which would be your least important. I want you to number them from 1 to 5. 1 being the most important, 5 the least important. Go ahead.
Okay, teacher, for me,
Yes.
okay. Okay, for me, the most important, taking into account that I study in a virtual environment, the
Environment.
internet environment, the internet is the number one for me. And number two, a mobile phone because it's very important to keep in contact with people. For example, my husband in this moment is in another city. It's very important for me keep in contact with him. And in the same way, I'm a mother and I need to keep in contact with my daughter. For this reason, number two is important mobile phone. Um, Maybe I'm a mother and I need to wash my use washing machine. For this reason, for me, it's number three. This is a very nice invent because help us to improve this activity and make this in a short time. And number four. Refrigerator refrigerator. This is important. And the last airplane because I don't travel a lot. I don't use airplane. For this reason, I put this in the last place.
Okay. That's a good answer. And I think that the organization of these inventions from the most important to the least important can vary from person to person according to each one's perspective. But like airplanes, I think they're quite important because they have shortened distances.
Yeah.
Like in the past, uh, we could only travel by train the fastest. Now we can use airplanes and travel from one continent to the other. So the airplane was what has brought many cultures. Of course, the internet can do it nowadays, but in the first place, airplanes were the ones making the world like one. Okay. So I think it's about time we switch to another one. And I want Maria Fernanda to interact with Jessica. And the question is, what is the appeal of each of these jobs? We have the job of a surgeon, the job of a teacher, a judge, football player, and a politician. So what is the appeal? So what is the attraction of why might people be attracted to becoming a football player, for example? Okay, so Jessica, you begin, and then you start interaction with Maria Fernanda. Go ahead.
Teacher. Teacher.
Yes.
What's the meaning of appeal?
Appeal is to have an attraction. What
Okay,
attracts
okay.
people to these jobs?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Jessica.
Okay. For the surgeon, this the appeal of this job is that this person help to people in Syria for save two lives and no more at the teachers the appeal of this job is what a teacher um, is no, but the teacher help to students in your life. He teach at be good person for the life and
Okay.
they and the youth is
Okay, okay, Jessica, wait up. The idea is not that you start describing them one by one, jumping from the surgeon to the teacher, to the judge, to the football player, to the politician. The idea is that you may interact with Maria Fernanda in discussing maybe one or two, not the five of them. So, Maria Fernanda, what do you have to say according to what Jessica has said so far?
I couldn't understand things that
Very well.
she mentioned.
Jessica, can you please repeat your point of view about only one? Okay, go ahead.
mm, eh, the appeal of surgeon job
Surgeon.
surgeon
Yes.
surgeon job is what this that is that this person have to people to survive and with the series mm, help to this person or help to life and the teacher the appeal of
Don't talk about the teacher. Now ask Maria Fernanda, what do you think about this? Do you agree or disagree with me? Okay? Ask Maria Fernanda that question.
Maria Fernanda, you it's agree for the appeal of sur, sur, surgeon surgeon job.
Okay, I agree with you. I consider that surgeon is uh, it depends of people that enjoy this profession, and it's you mentioned that is appeal about this job is that he or she could save the life of other person or
Uh-huh.
something like this.
Yeah, she said that it was important because they save people's lives. Uh-huh. Go ahead.
Mm, okay, I can teacher.
Yes.
Okay. What do you think about teachers or profession? I consider the appeal of this job is that we can encourage um, our students to learn. For example, in our context, we can encourage to learn English. That is a very important language in nowadays for all people. If you want to study, if you want to work, if you want to go to abroad, for example, it's very important for different kind of people that want to study in the abroad, and it is a good appeal of this job
Occupation.
because we can encourage the other to learn more and more. What do you think about this, Jessica?
Okay, I agree for this opinion of the teacher appeal appeal mm, what the teachers help to students, and this this teach uh, different different canals,
Different what?
different sí,
Different
different
what?
conocimientos.
Okay,
Knowledge.
knowledge. Knowledge.
Knowledge. Okay.
Because I
No,
noticed that you kind of pronounce the K. You say knowledge or algo así, something like that. So it's
sí,
knowledge. Okay, go ahead.
knowledge. Okay. Different knowledge, and and have to the students to see, no, to be to see good persons.
Okay, Jessica, thank you very much. Now, Julie and Maria Fernanda, what do you guys think is the appeal of the job of a football player? So why might anyone be interested in becoming a football player? Julie.
Okay, about the football player, I think it's a dangerous um, job because involve all your body,
Your
um,
body, your or their.
their body. Sorry, their body, and you need excellent physical um, stat, stat, state, physical state, um, for you develop a good play. Um, for me, it's not very attractive or good appeal um, for this job. It's interesting, and each people have different ideas about this job and like for doing this job and interact and and feel a win in the soccer player or interact with the team and the pressure that they have in a moment when the when doing the play. For me, it's not very attractive this job. I don't know that your opinion or what do you think about this job, Fernanda?
Okay, I consider that the main appeal of for the people want to be a football player is for that they want to be famous or be recognized around the world or win awards like I don't remember el Balón de Oro, ¿cómo es? Teacher.
The golden ball, maybe.
The golden ball, maybe. I consider that they want to be famous or recognized. I don't know, but it depends if the people want. They want. I know people that want to be football players since they are children. This is are they want in the life. But I consider the most appeal that this profession have is that they want to be recognized and they're famous and won awards. I don't know. What do you think about this?
Yes, I agree with you. It's famous career in all cases. In some cases, sorry. And it's difficult carry to a family interaction. But the other hand is recognized. When you mentioned the golden ball or the other prizes with they have according your developing the different place. It's a career. It's a famous career, and let the other opportunities for get more money.
Yeah.
They have a different things like cars, like apartments. They have different trips or the other countries, but it's difficult in other part when um, you have other point of view. In the part is the famous, and the other part is your develop with a player for this job. I don't
Okay.
know.
All right, guys.
Okay.
Yes, I agree with you both. Like, young people might feel attracted to becoming a football player because it's an easy way to become, well, easy enough, but it's a way of becoming famous and getting lots of money. Okay, so let's move on to part 4 of the test. So remember that for this part of the test, the idea is to discuss, okay? So we've got to use language to summarize, report, and explain decisions and develop a topic further. So let's start with this one. It says, what do you think it is important for people to be motivated? Are there any times when being motivated is undesirable? It is often said that motivation is important in education. Do you agree or disagree? What factors motivate people to achieve something? And how can people motivate themselves? So I want you to ask each other these questions and discuss. Okay, so let's do it between Julie and Maria Fernanda once more. Let's get started with The first one, when do you think it is important for people to be motivated? Uh, Maria Fernanda, go ahead.
Okay, I consider or I think it's important when we are young, where we are children, it's important since this age that we as a parents or as a teachers encourage or young people or kids to motivate that for that they can achieve all things that they want. This is important when we are young or children because uh, we going to develop this idea during all our lives. I consider this.
Excellent. Julie?
Okay. I agree with your opinion, but additional, I think it's important for the people to be motivated when boring, when have a problems, affective problems, family problems. I think it's important that you um, try to motivate for up the feelings, up the emotions in these people, and and it's possible that you can motivate this person for doing other thing or give a solution for this problem or this action or this feeling that let advance or take other attitude about this problem. I think it's important in these cases for motivate the people.
Maria Fernanda, do you agree with her?
Um, I don't be attentive with her answer.
Okay. Uh, Julie, can you summarize what you said to her?
Okay. Um, according that I talked previously,
Mhm.
for me it's important motivate the people because you can up the feelings or in the moment or the difficult moment, and for me it's important in these cases up the attitude, and it's possible these people take other option or give a solution about the problem, and up your attitude and take the other way for solution the inconvenience or motivate for doing the other thing. It's more or less my opinion about this. Is important for motivate the other people. I don't
I
know if you are agree with this opinion or you have um, other opinion about this.
I'm afraid we don't get your point exactly. I didn't get it either myself. Because the question is when? When do you think it is important for people to be motivated? So when exactly, Julie?
Okay, one is with the people have a problem with bad relationship with the family or in your study, in your work, have a down feelings, and they people need your motivate for take other option for your solution and take other attitude for for this
But
problem.
you are kind of relating the question like when that to the fact that some people need to be given advice. Like you are relating the answer to your question as to when you should give about motivating people who are feeling down. Yeah.
Yes, when the people feeling down, but different situation. When they have a problem in your house, in your university, or but any cases, I don't know. There's a discussion and bad score in your university. I think that is need a motivation for take other vision about this problem.
Okay. What do you think, Fernanda?
Yeah, I consider that you mentioned are important because it's important that for us be motivated all time. It doesn't matter if you are young or old. It's important that all time we have or people encourage us and motivate for something that we want to achieve.
Yes, yes. Motivation is like the star of everything, is the cornerstone of starting a new project or anything. So if you are not motivated, you won't be able to achieve anything. I agree with you in that regard. Um, Now, let's go down to question number 3. It says, what factors motivate people to achieve something? What factors? What specific factors motivate people to achieve something? Julie.
Actors motivate the people. I think that the emotion is a possible factor. Emotion, the effort or get something. The autonomy um, for doing the things and achieve something like different things in your personal life or professional life. Um, in other
Okay.
cases, your same family, your sons, your parents. That is the different points that the people view this motivation or what is the goal for achieve. I think different factors. I don't know very clear. Depend of the situation. I think that different factors.
Yes.
But in these cases, I think that this effort, motivation, um, personal autonomy. On the other hand, I think that it's possible your family, your son, a personal goal. I think that I don't know it's according with me, Maria Fernanda, or you have other factors about the people achieve something or motivate for achieve something. I don't know.
Yeah, I consider that you mentioned is right. Then we have the most important. I consider the most important factor is the family. When you have children, you want to achieve something for them, but it's important that we have the capacity of recognize that all that we want to do in the life will be for our benefit or for ourselves that one ourselves want in the life. It's important that we have a motivation. For example, family, a couple, children. Sorry, but it's important the feelings or that each one of them want in the life. This is the most important factor. Things that we have in your mind since you are young or children, things that you want to achieve during your life.
Okay, okay, very well. So as I was interacting with another group, there was a guy who said that uh, one of the main factors that motivate people to achieve something is when you know your goals, when you know what your final destination is. So bearing that in mind, that there is what it kind of relates to what you have just said, that when you know your goals and when you know the benefits that you can obtain, for example, by studying, like there's a degree, that's the goal. So what benefits does having a degree will have in your future life? When you have all these things clear, then you might find factors to motivate yourself to achieve something. Uh, and yes, I think like what you have also mentioned answered the next question. How can people motivate themselves? So you can motivate yourself by thinking of your couple, thinking of your family, Maria Fernanda thinking of her daughter, things like that can motivate people to push harder. Okay, girls. So unfortunately, time has gone by very fast, and we have already been here for an hour. And I know that Julie has to go because she's got work to do, and so every one of us. So that's all for today. Thank you very much for your attendance and your participation. You've done all pretty well, and I'll see you next time, next Wednesday, if God permits. Okay, girls. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you, bye, bye,
Okay, bye bye. See you next time. God bless you. Bye bye.
See you next time.
bye. God bless you.